What's going on, guys? I wanted to record this video. I got a lot of questions about people asking me how to set up their ThinkOrSwim platform. So I wanted to show you how I set it up from scratch. So this is the default layout of what it looks like when you sign into ThinkOrSwim. I know a lot of you probably won't be um, handling your investments from a computer, probably from a phone. But I just wanted to show you how to set it up on a computer because it'll the things that you do on the computer will also translate to the phone. Okay, so there's a lot of needless and unnecessary things on the screen. So I'm going to show you how to make it as optimal and as useful as possible. So we're gonna Yes, nobody ever reads the license agreements or whatever. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of things here that you really don't need. Okay, so the first thing that I do is I use this to kind of clear out some of these boxes and widgets. So I could just do this. Here we go. I can collapse them. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just delete the gadget because I don't really need live news. Trader TV, I don't really need either. I delete this. Watch list. We can come back to this because this is very. This is a quick box to access your watch list. I think watch lists are very important to use. Otherwise, you can kind of get a little overwhelmed with all of the different stocks and company tickers or whatever. So the best thing that you should do as a new investor is figure out which stocks you as a person want to invest in, or different companies that you just want to look at and monitor how they're doing, and add it to a watch list. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. So for right now, we're going to collapse this quick chart. We're going to delete this gadget. Okay. So, and then after that, there's a button here that you can do to like slide this over. Okay. So you're on the home screen now. We're going to navigate out of this and we're going to go into monitor. This is where you can look at the positions that you hold. Obviously, I don't have any positions right now, but I can show you how they'll look with positions. Trade is where you can type in a ticker. Let's say we're typing in Tesla, and what's going to happen is on the trade panel, you'll be able to see the options grid, and this is where you can do, pick up some options on, whichever company that you're looking for. Otherwise, you could just buy them. Like you could right click and just hit buy, and then you'll buy the stock, and then you could just hit confirm. So you can collapse the option chain, and then the underlying stock will, show up here. You can just right click it and hit buy, how many shares, and then it'll pop up. Okay. Um, I don't use analyze. I should, and I will in a second. Let me just click around real quick. Software. Hmm. Microsoft. Okay, so this is cool. If you do analyze, you type it in. It'll give you the latest. Uh, what are people saying about the position, the particular stock? Like accumulate, buy, long. The low point was January 2015. The high point July 2020. So this is kind of cool, and it tells you some more fundamental analysis on it. Book value per share, per year, 5-year trend, current, year over year percentage. So this is annual. You could filter by quarterly. So this is actually pretty cool. Scrolling down, valuation. Ooh, impact of current. All right, this is really really good. So wow, I'm gonna actually start using this now. So this is kind of a great way to do better research on stocks that you're going to be investing in. And as you can see, there's a lot of information here. So I'm kind of happy that I clicked on this tab, to be very honest with you. What drives the stock? and it tells you click a block. So productivity is 38%, and then description of division, what is being offered, Microsoft Office, Excel, PowerPoint. Okay, click this. All right, so this is really, really cool. Okay, I'm happy I clicked that. Um, Risk profile. All right, yeah, I haven't played with any of these yet, but I will in the future. So let's just get back to it. Okay, just fundamentals. Yeah, we are on fundamentals. Okay. The next thing that I use is scan. All right, so I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. This is really important, especially for someone that is kind of trying to chase some of these stocks. I'm not going to be here to kind of tell you what type of investor you should be. That's really not my job. My job is just to show you how to use the tools that you have. So I think the scanner is very, very powerful. Let me give you an example. So let's say you're someone that's interested in looking at penny stocks and driving and seeing how you can jump on a penny stock that like jumps up like 100 something percent. What you can do is use a scanner that will automatically find the stocks that you're looking for. Um, and you can set it up by different filters. So, first thing that you can do is scan, figure out what type of filters you want. So, like if you want to do all stocks, it'll take a while. All ETFs, NASDAQ 100, penny increment options, Russell, blah, blah, lovers and losers. So, what are analysts upgrading and downgrading? Top 10. You could even do it by industry. Okay. So, let's do consumer discretionary, household durables, home furnishings, specialty retail, apparel retail. So, there are a lot of different ways that you can filter out which collection of stocks that you want to start with. So I'll just do all the stocks that are listed on the New York Stock Exchange or whatever. Um, the net change, I'm going to do the minimum is let's say 10%, and the max is actually I want to do percent change. Let me see if I can do it from here. There you go, percent change. The minimum is let's say 10%, and the max is whatever, 285%. Okay, the volume. I want to make sure that the stock or whatever that I'm doing, this is just for pennies, by the way. So I'm going to show you how to set up some different scanners. Um, I want to make sure that the stock has a lot of liquidity, which means there's a lot of volume that's on the stock, because if there aren't a lot of eyes on it, then the stock is not going to move that much. So we're going to make sure that there's a lot of volume. So we'll start with like 150,000 people on it, and the max is whatever. And the last thing I'm gonna do is last. So the last price, let's just say it was last at, I don't know, 85 cents, and the max is gonna be, let's say, $8. Okay. And then after that, I can hit scan, and as you can see quickly, these different stocks came up, and then their percent change was, this much. This is how much volume was on it. Okay. And then this is the high, the low, and the market cap. Okay. So this is kind of a great way for you to, and then, the last thing that you can do is, where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? I think you click here, and then, nope, here, save scan query. So I'm going to save this scan as my penny scanner. Okay. And I hit save. So now I have a penny scanner, and I can hit scan, and whenever I want to see what pennies stocks are coming up on my scan, I could just go on my penny scanner. And this is great because this translates to your watch list that is on your actual handheld app. Okay. I might have to do another video that shows you how to use the iPhone or whatever phone that you have, the phone application. Okay, so that is how you set up a scan. I'm gonna just do one more really quickly. So I'm going to set up a scan that is a. We're gonna scan this and let's clear these out. Okay, so we're gonna add a filter. A stock. Let's say I have a little theory that um, stocks that go on stocks that are around like $90 always shoot up to $120 rather quickly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my 90 to 120 list. Okay, uh, add another filter. Fundamental. Okay, how about this? Fundamental. Let's say we want, and I'm just making this off the top of my head. Nah, I don't like fundamental. It's corny. Let's do study. Nope. Okay, I'm not allowed. Okay, pattern. I'm not allowed. All right, all right. Stock. Also, we're gonna do volume, and then we'll just do another one where it's like there's a lot of liquidity on it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna hit scan. So this would be my 90 to 120 list. All right, and I think this is a very large filter, but I think I just put it by like sort by like 50 stocks. So I might have to make this a little bit more. Maybe put 1 million on it. Okay. So here you go. Here, Abbott. They have. I think they have earnings this week too. J.P. Morgan, Target. Okay. So right now the last is 93, 96. So this is a list that I actually use on my scanner. So I'm going to save this query as my 90 to 120. Okay, and I'm going to save this. All right, so now I have a 90 to 120 scanner. So there's a lot of different things that you could do with the scanner. I strongly recommend that you play with it. I'm probably going to do another video that shows you how to do it with options, and another one that can show you how to do it based on like technical analysis patterns, because you can like add it based on a study. I think I'm gonna have to do it on the actual account because I'm on paper trading. All right, so make sure you guys use that scanner. Charts. All right, so one of the reasons why I strongly recommend ThinkOrSwim, as opposed to like Robinhood, is that you can filter these your charts. Like let's say we want to see a 1 minute chart of the stock, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So from 3:30 to 4 o'clock, it's dark, it's shaded gray here because this is when the market closes, and then this is like after hours trading. These are how it looks. These are how the stock goes up and down. I don't like how the chart looks, so I like to change this up a little bit. So I'm gonna hit this gear. I'm gonna go to appearances. I'm gonna fill this because I want mine to be green. And the bottom, the volume, I want the volume to be the same as my ticks, okay? So I just hit apply and I hit OK. So this looks a little bit better. I can always use this to change my time settings, 1 year, 1 day chart, and then I can just zoom in from, and I'm happy that we're, using Tesla as an example, because on the day that the market went really low, their low was 348 on March 18th, right? And on July, what's today? Today's the 12th. Yeah, as of July 12th, it's 15. So you could have made a lot of money if you invested in Tesla in March and sold your shares. Okay. But another thing that you can do is you can click Flex Grid, and this allows you to put multiple charts on at the same time. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna hit this on the side. So now I can look at, and then I think I have to hit customize grid again. Okay, and now I can look at 4 different stocks at the same time. So 4 different charts. Okay, we'll do the NASDAQ, we'll do Facebook, we'll do /ES, which is the S&P, and then we'll do Tesla. So this is a way for you to look at 4 different charts at the same time. Another thing that you can't do in Robinhood, and sometimes it gets annoying, so you're gonna have to like do your appearances and fill it and change your settings up. You only have to do it once, thankfully. I'm gonna hit apply, okay, and sometimes you gotta do it here too. Fill it, color, blah 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 blah. All right, whatever. And if you ever wanted to make this particular one bigger, you hit this and you go to maximize cell, and it'll make it big for you. Okay, and then you can also just go back to regular charts, or you can just use it as a flex grid. Whenever you're done with the flex grid, you can just hit this button, you go to restore cells, and it'll bring it back to this. All right. The other thing that I wanted to show you guys is the education tab, where this is where you can go to learn more about whatever the hell you want to learn. So if I want to learn about bonds, um, income investing, bull market strategies, bonds for beginners, I can click this, and then they'll start explaining stuff to be diversifying a stock portfolio. I click this, I get a nice video that explains to me what nice video with nice country music explains to me sector investing. Okay, but yeah, I strongly recommend you guys take advantage of ThinkOrSwim, because this is really really good. And even I know there were some people that asked about, oh, how can I get better at doing some more technical analysis? You can do that here. Okay. This will be your trade monitor. I'm just to show you what an options grid looks like. So calls are here on this side. See calls, puts on this side, and you can change this up by showing how many different strike prices that you want. For different expiration dates. Okay. Um, and I believe I showed you guys pretty much everything. I wanted to keep this video as short as possible. So we went over monitor. This is where, any positions that you guys have will be. This is trade, and then trade also has the options chain if you want to see it. It also shows you option statistics. So this is how many calls, and this is how many puts there were, and this is the total. We went over analyze, which is really cool, and went over some fundamentals, charts. I don't really use Market Watch, but Market Watch you can use to pull up your different scanners that you want, or your different watch lists, personal 90 to 120, or just lovers and losers, and analyst upgrades or downgrades. Charts, tools. I don't really use tools, and the education tab. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'll definitely try to help you, or help answer any questions that you guys have.